Well, here we are, Group 10, SVRA at the VIR SpeedTour. I know which one of these cars is going to be my friend Ralph's favorite. I think it's
Callaway?
I think it's going to be that Callaway that we had with us just a few weeks ago at Watkins Glen. That Callaway of Charles Wick with Chevrolet Corvette Callaway. Unbelievable car. I was looking at it up close, and it is a pretty car.
The Ferrari's pretty sharp, too, I got to tell you.
So then John Liam Gray starting second, Porsche GT3. Frank Mosseri in a Ferrari 488 Evo Challenge. And Michael Earhart in a Porsche GT3 Cup. So I'm going to ask you then, the Ferrari or the Callaway Corvette?
Did I win the lottery or not?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, you can't sell them. You have to be able to, you have to put it in your garage and keep it for 10 years. And you just get to pick one or the other.
I'll take the Ferrari.
Really?
Well, yeah, it's going to hold its value better. Probably. Got to own a prancing horse at some point in time, right?
Yeah, I agree with
I've had two Corvettes. Hope to have a third sooner than later, but got to have a Ferrari at some point, so I might as well take it now if you're twisting my arm.
Now, there aren't just 4 cars in this group. This is a split start. So we also have stock cars. So Jack Finch is starting 5th. Danny Lowry starting 6th. Terry Mathis, 7th. Terry Mathis, is that the Beaver?
Jerry
Mathis. Okay. Brian
met him
Norman?
once.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing. Brian Norman is going to start 8th. Ed Bull starting 9th. Greg Sarf starting 10th. Carlos Gann, and my favorite of the stock cars, Ford Thunderbird 11th. And then John Orzechowski.
Did you know the Beaver was a big race fan?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw him at the, where was it? Was it Anderson Raceway, Anderson Speedway in Anderson, Indiana, the Little 500.
Nice.
On the night before the Indy 500, 33 non-wing sprint cars, you know, around a quarter-mile bull ring. And he was there for that. Really nice guy. Got to spend some time chatting with him.
Here they come up to the green flag, Ralph. That Callaway Corvette up front.
Should be a good one. Underway, and the Corvette thunders off to the lead. And the stock cars are right behind it. Kind of fitting, Ben, that we would have stock cars here today at Virginia International Raceway, since many of the NASCAR teams come up here and would test their road racing setups.
Yeah, we're about 2 hours from NASCAR country.
Yeah.
That's Jack Finch up front in that Dodge Charger. I think you taught me that's Greg Biffle's car.
The 3M car, yeah.
Okay. Oh, Finch is catching these guys.
The Biff.
That should be Danny Lowry in the Greg Biffle car.
Yeah.
And Terry Mathis, Brian Norman.
And that Earnhardt-looking number 3, the red one, is not a real Earnhardt car.
Okay.
The guy, when he bought that car, bought it from Rick Ware Racing, and the car was already red, and he's a big Earnhardt fan, so he thought, how can I tie the two together? So he went with the paint scheme that Senior used when they went over to Japan and did the special race in Japan.
John Liam Gray in that Porsche GT3 Cup. I wasn't really a big NASCAR fan when they did all the international stuff, but I wonder, first, how was it received? And then why did we choose to do that? Just trying to grow the audience?
Yeah, it went over well. They had a good following when they went to Suzuka. It was a good opportunity for them to get over there. I know the gentleman Ken Clapp, who is vice president of NASCAR on the West Coast, and basically nothing in NASCAR would have happened west of the Mississippi if it wasn't for Ken and Les Richter. And Ken helped make that all come together at Suzuka, and it was it's a pretty darn good success. but it just kind of never really went on from there.
Had to be so expensive to bring all those cars and
Yeah.
over there. So Charles Wicht, beautiful car, Chevrolet Callaway up front in Group 10 GT4, followed by John Liam Gray, then Frank Masseri in that red Ferrari 488 Evo.
Speaking of Ferrari, I got to see the Big Five all together in one room this week.
The Big Five Ferraris?
Yeah. You know what the Big Five are?
Well, a GTO 63.
No. This is the modern Big Five.
Oh, no, I don't know. If it's after 75, I don't know anything about it.
288 GTO,
Okay.
F40, F50, Enzo, and a LaFerrari.
Wouldn't have known any of those. I mean, I know the F40. I didn't even know there was an F50.
Our producer's losing faith in you.
Yeah, to be honest, maybe 1982. If it was made after 1982, I just don't know about it.
Really?
Yeah. But here we go. Danny Lowry. He is being chased by the number 41, Brian Norman, who literally has a target on his car. See it?
Yeah. Well, Target sponsorship. Yeah, that'll do that. With a 41 that looks like it would be a Casey Mears car.
Oh, that's good. My wife is totally fine going to Walmart without any makeup in her pajamas. But she will not go to Target like that.
It's going to be dressed up.
She has to be at least presentable. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe the ladies out there could agree with that assessment.
Sure, there's quite a few of them out there right now going, yeah, that makes total sense to me.
I could go to Dollar General how I was dressed, like maybe 20 minutes ago.
I wouldn't be surprised that you would go anywhere dressed like you were
I have no
a few minutes ago. I don't think much slows you down as far as worrying about that.
There's Charles Wicht. That is a beautiful car. And we were talking about this at Watkins Glen. The body angles on that are a little bit more agreeable to me than Corvette. Like it just seems like they've just rounded off some of the corners a little bit. I don't know if that's the case, but maybe that's the paint scheme. But see how it just seems a little more round?
Well, it's a C7, but it's been Callaway'd. That makes sense. And they tend to make things pretty aero. They really work on that. Do a great job with that. I think it is a little bit softer while still holding the general lines of the C7. And our teammate Becca on our crew has confirmed that it is completely unacceptable to wear your pajamas to Target.
Oh, but it's fine for Walmart.
Walmart
or Dollar
would
General.
be okay.
Okay. Target car. Terry Mathis.
Although I firmly believe there's got to be a photo on a security camera somewhere of you wearing pajamas at Nordstrom's or Neiman Marcus.
Maybe. I misspoke. That's Brian Norman making the pass there on
That's
the Danny
nice
Lowry car, Greg Biffle car, the 3M. That was a good pass at the Cube 3, turn 1. Let's see if Danny Lowry can get that back.
Ben, I've been given a tip, and I see you laughing, so there's got to be something to this.
Producer. So, yeah, if we're
Tell
good,
me about
if we're
your
good
Christmas
friends,
cards. I haven't received one
you'll get a
yet.
Christmas- yeah, well, maybe this year.
Maybe. What do I have to look forward to?
Oh, you'll just have to wait. But some of our coworkers, they collect I send a Christmas card and an ornament, and now they've collected them and they line them all up together, and it's me in very little clothes, and I don't have the body to be in very little clothes, posing like I have all the confidence, like I'm the height of David Hasselhoff in weird poses and in Christmas attire, kind of.
So Cam has received one of these?
Not yet.
Not yet, but he was tipped off on it somehow.
Look in your mailbox.
He was tipped off on it, huh?
Now, who is in the Coors Light car?
Oh, boy. Originally or today?
No, today.
Today?
And originally. I can't find silver. Oh, that's Jack Finch in the Dodge Charger. There we go. All right, now, Norman, you have a target on your rear quarter panel that Danny Lowry is just staring at.
So you truly are the bad Santa, huh? Oh. I'm a little frightened for Christmas now.
This car should be running in second. That's Gray. John Liam Gray in a Porsche GT3 Cup. Squirrely through there. And that's a Cup car that we've seen Nathan Bird drive in with the Rock Drive Motorsports. Six laps remaining as they come through here. Finch, Jack Finch, just out in that Coors Light car. Now, who would have driven that Coors Light car?
Well, the number 40 was probably a Sterling Marlin machine.
He's from my neck of the woods.
Yes, he is. And his dad has one of the all-time greatest racing names ever.
Who's that?
Cuckoo.
I didn't know that.
Cuckoo Marlin.
That is pretty good. Oh, we have a flashing white flag. That means there's a slow vehicle on track somewhere. That car just looks planted.
That's actually a Busch Grand National car there, the 77. Was a Busch Grand National car. Been painted over.
There's Carlos Gann back there in that Ford Thunderbird. The number 9 Bill Elliott car. That's a beautiful car.
It is a great looking race car.
Greg Sarf in that Dodge Charger. I was talking to he and his friend. They came through our Trans Am Tech, and they were just kind of looking at how we do tech. So I was kind of talking to them and explaining to them. And they both had Havoline shirts on, so I asked them if they were with the Havoline car, and they said, yeah. So they're out here just having fun. Now,
that would have been a Juan Pablo Montoya car.
Pablo, yeah, we talked about that at
the 42 on it. That's when Havoline was running with Chip Ganassi.
It's cool to see Max Pappas in the paddock today.
Oh, great to see Max here. You know, I had Max's first interview when he came over from Formula One. When he first came to the U.S., I ended up interviewing Max for the first time. You know, his family, his mom does ties back in Italy. Very well-known custom tie manufacturer.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he gave me one once. They're very nicely made.
My kids are convinced that the bad guy in the movie Turbo about the snail that goes to the Indy 500
is Max.
Guy is based on Max.
Could very well be.
If you watch it, you're like, yeah, I can see that.
Could very well be.
This car third in our screen, that's Carlos Gann. By far my favorite of the stock cars. That's my era of stock cars.
Yeah, it's a great looking car. Just a classic in so many ways. That Coors sponsorship on it and everything.
And there's still a few pieces, trim pieces from the actual car on there.
Yep. The little chrome piece around the back and the front.
Yeah.
Not much, but tip of the hat.
Today.
Yeah, way more than today.
It is funny that we still call it stock car.
Yeah.
But, I get it.
You sure have changed.
Carlos Gann coming down the roller coaster.
Speaking of stock car racing, Joe Nemechek had a massive off here recently.
While we were at Watkins Glen.
Yeah, fortunately he was in a Track Attack car, which is basically a stock car from Hendrick Motorsports, and he is okay. We're happy to report. A little beat up, but okay.
Yeah, someone showed me a picture of him. Somebody that saw the wreck also.
Yeah.
In the other car, he might not have made it. You know, any kind of like factory built car, but he knows what he's doing when he's building cars. He knows what kind of car he wants to get into. But yeah, I don't know, Ralph. That's a pretty car right there.
It's a beautiful car. Beautiful car.
I like the Callaway, though. I've got some Callaway golf clubs. They make good golf clubs, so why wouldn't they make a good Corvette?
That's right. Speaking of Corvette, I ran into Corvette Hall of Famer Johnny O'Connell last night in the hotel parking lot.
Is he coaching?
He's here coaching, yeah. And he brought up the Corvette with him out of Georgia. The Corvette gave him when he got inducted into the Corvette Hall of Fame, which I thought was very cool. And what's really neat about it is it's a dark charcoal gray C7.
Yeah.
And it's got the number on the door, just like it would have on the race car, his number. And above the number 3, it says Corvette Hall of Famer.
Nice.
Which is really cool.
That is awesome.
Really cool.
Danny Lowry trying everything he can to push Brian Norman in that Target car. Trying to get him to drive in his mirrors. There's that Callaway. Where are the Callaways made? Where do they ship the Corvettes to?
I believe they're out of Connecticut. Let me look.
The Corvette factory is about an hour north of me, and that's a really neat tour to do, as is the Corvette Museum and the racetrack right across the street. If you ever get a chance, Bowling Green, Kentucky, make sure you go do the Corvette tour in the museum.
Been through the museum, haven't been to the racetrack yet.
The racetrack is fun. I kind of talked to them about it right when they made it, because I felt like Corvette made a Porsche track. It is a very technical track, but that's what they want to do. They want to have the people test out the new Corvettes, and in one lap you have put that thing through everything. It's a fun little track. There's that 488, the number 270 of Frank Masseri 488 Evo Challenge.
They have Callaway Cars Incorporated out of Old Lyme, Connecticut, and then there's a Callaway Cars West out in Temecula, California. And then there's a Callaway competition office in Germany, because they do race quite a bit in Europe.
We've had a good amount of spectators here this weekend. Really great weather. It's a little bit hot, but as you can see, we've got blue skies, green grass. What could be better?
And race cars.
Wonderful music. Just over the hill, there's a county fair going on this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Wick, we've been following him for like the last 4 or 5 years in IGT and vintage racing. I don't remember him bringing that car before we were at Watkins Glen 2 weeks ago.
That was the first I'd seen it all year.
It is a beautiful car.
Would that car still qualify for IGT?
The Callaway?
Yeah.
No, because I always give Ken a problem with this. IGT is misnamed. It should be EGT. They only allow European cars, so it's really not international GT. He let Camaro run once with Ted Giovannis in exhibition. He let a Japanese car run once in exhibition, but he's pretty much staying with the European manufacturer.
All right, so are you going to start Maybe trying to get a little petition together for Julie.
I don't know. Because
see if she opens the door up a little bit there.
BOP stuff. They've kind of figured it out of how to do the Ferraris versus the Porsches with some like R8s or things like that. But American muscle cars will have totally different braking zones. They might pull about the same laps, but totally different ways.
Yeah, but now that you have the C8,
yeah, that's true.
It would probably even out a little bit.
We'll have to ask Tom Pank. Tom Pank is getting the C8. Is it a ZR1 or a ZR?
ZR1X.
Yeah,
is
whatever
the
is the like 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
He gets it delivered. I think he said Monday or Tuesday.
The ZR1, yeah, 1,064.
Is this the checker?
Oh, problems for the Biff.
With Bridge Hall Bennett.
Speaking of Corvette, I ran into a friend of mine recently who is very heavily, I could probably say heavily again and still not be close enough to how much input he has in the Corvette world. And I asked him how close we are to a C9, and he said there's probably at least 2 more variations of the C8 before we see the C9. So with the ZR1 up to 1,200 horsepower, where could we possibly be headed? Looking for the checkers. There they are. The Callaway takes the win and flashes the lights. Vic grabbing the checkers here today.
Just like he did a couple weeks ago at Watkins Glen.
That is a strong car and a tough combination for sure. Get those two together.
Good driver. Here comes Finch. Dodge Charger. Sterling Marlin. Brian Norman. Dodge Charger. Terry Mathis on the Chevrolet Cup car.
Callaway ridden right across the grill there, huh? And here's a look at your results. Wicht, Gray, Finch, Norman, Mathis, Lowry, Mokri, Bull, Sarf, and Gann, as we excuse Ben since he's on his way down to get ready for the next race. Earhart and John Orszowski wrapping this one up. That'll wrap that one up. That is Group 10. And we will be right back for more open wheel action coming your way from Virginia International Raceway right after this. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the VIR Speed Tour. Absolutely beautiful morning. I don't think we could have ordered up any better weather.